Maybe we'll go, I think, 2 more questions. We have time for that. Do you want to pick somebody?
I'm going to stay away from that guy. Neil.
Hi, how's it going? So we work for an SMB lender, and we made the decision to open a telemarketing department a year ago. When we look back at our team, everyone pretty much falls into 3 categories. One is outperformers, doing well, getting promoted, maybe sales management. The second group is young people, still learning, still very hungry, really easy to motivate. The third group is the quote unquote, I don't want to use the word average, but let's call it people that are hitting quota, doing well enough that they shouldn't be performanced out, but not doing well enough to create opportunities for advancement. This group is posing the biggest challenges motivation-wise. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Why aren't they?
Thoughts around motivating the mid-tier performance group of sellers.
That's exactly right.
Have you identified why they're mid-tier? Like, is there something that you can point to say, this is, why they're underperforming?
So let's call it a little bit of motivation, a little bit of work ethic. We stack rank pretty aggressively. So when I say mid-tier, really just mid-tier for a quota. Again, they're profitable. There's no reason to performance them out, but they don't create opportunities for advancement for themselves. So it's almost like an endless day that never ends.
So they're hitting their numbers, they're hitting their quotas, they're doing great, but they're not exceeding expectations, and so you feel they're kind of stuck.
Yes.
I would ask you the question, are they stuck? Or are you just, so what I'm hearing you say is that this is a cohort of people who are achieving their target,
Right.
but you're concerned that they don't want more than that.
So I guess the concern is this with our company culture is that we promote top performers to managers, even to higher paying departments, but in every sales organization you're going to have the mid-tier group. And the mid-tier group, maybe they don't create these opportunities because they won't fall in that top ranking. We can throw more training at them, we can do whatever we need to, but in the end they're just a mid-tier player. Long term, how do you motivate someone like that where, again, they are in some ways a little bit stuck?
Yeah, I think it's really hard. And I think I would say, just in answer to the question, because I think it's important that everyone thinks this way as a manager, I think you got to figure out what will motivate the human being, right? Management is 3-dimensional. And what works for one may not work for another. And so I don't know that there's a generic way that you can motivate a class of people. I think you've got to figure out what inspires the individual. What is it they're working for? This particular person. You can go really short term and ask them about sort of what gets them up in the morning, what drives them, what are they using the money that they make at your company for? Where do they want to go from here? Is a sort of career pathing something that you could do with them? Maybe they want to stay an individual contributor for the rest of their lives. I've had people work for me who are well into their 50s and extraordinarily successful sales professionals who just never wanted to go into management. So that's okay too. I guess the point is that I think, unfortunately I don't think it's a great answer to your question, but my answer is I would spend time with each person individually and understand what motivates this person, what drives them. One of the questions that I'll ask a reference before I hire someone is, how do I get the most out of this person? How do I motivate them when times are tough? And so getting that from the individual is probably a really good idea. The other thing I would say, and I think a lot about this when I'm hiring SDRs, and it's a mistake that I've made in the past when I've hired sales development reps. People call them BDRs, SDRs. SDRs are very difficult to motivate if they don't want a career in sales. It's a really tough job to be on the phone all day, every day, scheduling meetings for AEs, where all of the credit goes to the AE, all of the money goes to the AE. It's kind of like a thankless job. It's an important job. It's the foundation upon which everything else gets built. And SDRs are the future of your business, right? They become your SMB and mid-market and enterprise sellers. But it's a bitch of a job. And the truth is, you can't motivate an SDR unless they desperately want a career in sales. And I've hired SDRs who come from great schools and are really smart and can articulate value, can have as an intelligent a conversation peer-to-peer almost with your prospect as you can, but ultimately they want to be in strategy, or they want to be in marketing, or they want to be in some other department. And so when the day gets long and monotonous and they're on that 50th call, and they don't want to do it anymore, they're really tough to motivate. So it's a long answer, but I guess the point is you've got to hire the right people who want a career in the pathway that you're delivering to them, and make sure that you're motivating them in the way that they want to be motivated.